Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Inter Milan joins the race for coveted Arsenal defender. With Arsenal closing in on signing Riccardo Calafiori, they are likely to allow Jakub Kiwior to leave the club. The Polish defender has been highly sought after during this transfer window, with several clubs expressing interest in him. During negotiations to sell Calafiori to Arsenal, Bologna discussed the possibility of signing Kiwior. Additionally, Juventus and Napoli have shown interest in him in recent weeks. A report from Football Italia indicates that more clubs are now joining the race for his signature, including Inter Milan. The Serie A champion are actively seeking new defenders, especially after losing Juan Cabal to Juventus. Inter Milan has now turned their attention to Kiwior and will make a move to sign him if Arsenal makes him available for transfer. Kiwior is not interested in moving to Bologna, but he might consider joining a top Italian club like Inter Milan, where he has the potential to win silverware, such as the Scudetto. If Calafiori joins us, we might have to sell Kiwior because he will struggle to play games for us. But for now, we need to focus on getting the Calafiori deal over the line as soon as possible. Crystal Palace prepare to outbid rivals for wantaway Arsenal man. Crystal Palace are set to table a bid for Emile Smith Rowe as Fulham struggles to acquire him from Arsenal. This looks likely to be the midfielder's final season as an Arsenal player, and the Gunners are willing to let him go for the right price. Several clubs find Smith Rowe an exciting player to add to their squad and are pushing to secure an agreement for his signature. However, no accepted offer for his signature has yet been made, and Arsenal is not in a hurry. Days ago, Fulham made an offer worth around £30 million, but the Gunners turned it down. They are expected to return with a better offer, but The Guardian reveals Crystal Palace wants to beat them to sign him and are willing to offer £35 million. This will create a bidding war between both London clubs, and it remains unclear whether Arsenal will accept this offer. The Gunners want to make the most money from his departure, and they will be delighted that two clubs want to sign him. Smith Rowe can fight for his future at Arsenal, but if he wants out, we should grant him his wish because we have more than enough options to cover for his departure. Arsenal refused to give up on Obi-Martin despite reports he is leaning towards Man Utd. Recent reports have suggested that Manchester United are in pole position to snatch teenage goal machine Chido Obi-Martin from Arsenal. The 16-year-old is one of the most promising youngsters in English football, continuing to score relentlessly for Arsenal's youth team. Having already broken the records of Fowler and Balogun, he is a player Arsenal may be able to rely on in the future. However, the Gunners have struggled to secure him on a new deal amid interest from German clubs and Manchester United. The teenager is now contemplating his future, with rumors claiming United has offered him the best contract so far. He is considering all offers on the table, including Arsenal's, but Gunners are worried that he may leave. Football Insider reveals that Arsenal has not given up and believes they have offered him a good deal that could convince him to stay. Their offer of a professional contract will kick in when he turns 17 later in the year, and Arsenal thinks it's one of the best deals he can get anywhere. Obi-Martin now has to decide whether he wants to stay with Arsenal or leave, with a decision expected in the coming days. High-profile free agent linked with a move to Arsenal. Arsenal has been linked with a move for Adrien Rabiot after the midfielder left Juventus at the end of last month. He had been at the Italian club since 2019 and they wanted him to stay, but he did not sign a new deal they offered him and his contract expired. He is now one of the biggest free agents on the market and is exploring his options. A report on Tutto Juve claims he wants to play in the Premier League, and Arsenal are one of the clubs showing interest in the Frenchman. The report also states that Rabiot is on Tottenham's shopping list, and both London clubs will do their best to add him to their squad before this transfer window closes. However, it remains unclear if his demands will be realistic enough for both clubs, considering he is already 29. Rabiot is an experienced midfielder who might be useful to us, but we should only sign him if we are looking to fix a short-term problem. He is not the most spectacular midfielder, and at 29, he might not offer more than 2 years of good football. We have worked hard to build a thriving and developing squad, and we do not need to add a player who will not add much to us in the long term. Arsenal officially complete their second signing of the summer, now eyeing Wolves' ace. Arsenal have completed the signing of their second goalkeeper of the summer in Tommy Setford. They were strongly linked with a move for the Ajax goalkeeper, and Fabrizio Romano revealed last week that the London club have reached an agreement with the Dutch side, and Arsenal have officially confirmed the transfer earlier. They took to their official website to announce the signing of the England Youth International. The deal is subject to the completion of the due processes. Setford will join Arsenal's under-21 team, but will also train with Mikel Arteta's first team. Speaking about the move, Setford said the following: "I already know Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis Kelly. They are great guys and I can have a good laugh with them. I spent a few camps with them, so I know them well. I just saw them for a quick meet and greet. I'm looking forward to learning new things next season and pushing myself to another level. For the short term, it's very important now to get a feel for the group and start to know everyone." He becomes Arsenal's second permanent signing. They signed David Raya on a permanent deal from Brentford after impressing on loan, and they are eyeing a third keeper already, with eyes set on Wolves' Dan Bentley. They already had a £50,000 bid rejected for the goalkeeper. As reported by the Mirror, Arsenal have said to have lodged a second bid worth £300,000, but Wolves are seeking a few close £1 million. Manager delivers update on a 22-year-old's future amid Arsenal, Chelsea links. Athletic Club Bilbao winger Nico Williams has been linked with a move away from the club this summer. The 22-year-old has impressed with his performances in La Liga and the recently concluded Euro 2024 campaign. Williams picked up 8 goals and 19 assists for his club last season, and he was quite impressive in the European Championships as well, and he helped Spain win the competition. According to a report from 90 Minutes, Arsenal and Chelsea are keen on signing the highly talented winger. However, Athletic Club Bilbao manager Ernesto Valverde believes that the player is not angling for a move away from the club and he could continue at Athletic Club. He said the following: "I have no doubts about Nico. He looks good and happy. This year we have many challenges ahead of us, and I'm sure Nico will love to face them. He hasn't been the only player who has had to live with the rumors because the market will be open until the end of August. He is a great player, and there may be clubs who might be interested in him, but he is happy with us, and we are happy with him. We are counting on Nico for when he returns from the holidays. We aspire to have the best players and that they want to be with us. We have a year for which we are very excited. We have a very good team, and if we can improve it, we will do so." The development will certainly come as a major blow for the London clubs. Arsenal need more depth in the wide areas, and Williams would have been a cracking addition. He would have added goals and creativity from the flanks. He is versatile enough to operate on both flanks, and his arrival would have allowed Mikel Arteta to rotate his attackers more often. Meanwhile, Chelsea have spent a substantial amount of money on wingers in recent windows, but players like Mykhailo Mudryk and Noni Madueke have been quite underwhelming. They could use an upgrade, and someone like Williams would have been an ideal acquisition. The 22-year-old has proven his quality in La Liga and at the international level. There is no doubt that he is good enough for the Premier League and could transform Arsenal and Chelsea in the attack. Meanwhile, the attacker has a £49.8 million release clause in his contract, and it remains to be seen whether Arsenal or Chelsea are prepared to trigger it. If they do so, the Spanish outfit will be powerless to the player from leaving. Fabrizio Romano explains how Arsenal persisted with not easy Riccardo Calafiori transfer. Transfer news expert Fabrizio Romano has provided some insight into how Arsenal kept going in negotiations with Bologna to eventually reach an agreement on a deal to sign Riccardo Calafiori. Speaking exclusively to Count Offside for his latest daily briefing column, Romano explained that despite what had been reported elsewhere, negotiations never actually stalled between Arsenal and Bologna, even if it was not an easy deal to get done. Still, it now seems the Gunners have reached an agreement with Bologna, and Romano has once again talked up Calafiori's quality, saying the Italy international looks like he will be an exciting signing for Mikel Arteta's side. Arsenal fans will be pleased this deal didn't fall through despite the difficult challenge of negotiating with Bologna, and Romano seems confident they have got their hands on an excellent defender. He said the following: "One of the big stories of the day is with Riccardo Calafiori and Arsenal. The here we go is coming because there is an agreement between Arsenal and Bologna on a €40 million fixed fee, €5 million in add-ons, and a sell-on clause for Bologna. Calafiori had already agreed a contract with Arsenal back in June, which would be until 2029, so everything is ready for him to go to Arsenal." Despite some reports that the deal had stalled, the reality is that the negotiations never stopped. It was not easy, but they kept going, and now there is an agreement. Arsenal fans can be excited by the signing. I think he can do great in the Premier League. He is an excellent player. We saw that with his form in Serie A and with Italy at the Euros also. Calafiori can play centre-back or left-back, and one imagines he will mostly play the latter role at the Emirates Stadium, bringing Arsenal an upgrade on Zinchenko, as well as extra depth at centre-back in case Saliba or Gabriel Magalhaes pick up injuries at any point. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.